Hey guys, Mike Mackerlane with another episode of Workout 101, coming to you from the gym, the home of Jim Stepani and myself, as far as all the videos that we're going to be shooting, and Gym Supplement Science. Just want to thank you again to Stuart Glenn up at Body Solid, who provided us the equipment needed for the studio. Of course, we bought it, but he kind of hooked it up to where we actually had the facility here decked out and all Body Solid equipment from fitnessfactory.com, so thank you. But before we get into it, we're going to be talking about the Smith machine shoulder press. Why you do it, how to do it, the differences of the elbow position, and the areas of the shoulder that you guys want to hit. Remember, the shoulders are made up of three different heads called the deltoids, right? You have what's called an anterior deltoid, a lateral deltoid, as well as a posterior deltoid. Other muscles are involved in and around the shoulder, but when you're specifically doing shoulder exercises, you are emphasizing the majority of one or all or a combination of those particular deltoids, okay? The position of the arm and the exercise that you do dramatically affects the emphasis placed on one of those specific areas of the body. Now, when you think about growing in an area, a lagging body part, it's important to understand basic anatomy so you can know the exercises that you want to do in order to target that muscle. So for instance, if I'm doing a shoulder press, the primary muscle groups involved, depending on the hand position, the elbow position, are the anterior deltoid as well as the lateral deltoid. The anterior deltoid, if you look at me from the front, is more responsible for the roundness in the front or anterior part of the shoulder, okay? It's responsible for moving the humerus in an upward fashion, as well as the position of the arm. Any rotation about the humerus that happens more in the frontal plane, you're gonna put a lot of load and emphasis onto the anterior deltoid. The more that you shift your hand out here, and as the humerus rotates about the side of your body in the lateral plane, what you're doing is now you're pulling from more of the lateral deltoid head. The anterior deltoid, the lateral, as well as the posterior deltoid are active during all phases of any movement with the shoulder. But the different hand positions place a different load on that specific area, so you can target a little bit more, play around with the weight a little bit, as well as get more of a dramatic load to that specific part. So when we're talking about a Smith machine shoulder press, most people when they do the shoulder press, I see a lot of people doing the behind the neck stuff. The behind the neck exercises are okay to do as long as you understand how to do it and to make sure that you can avoid the injuries, because it can place a lot of load and open up that AC joint or the acromioclavicular joint and actually put more stress onto the ligaments than are onto the actual muscles. And depending on the range of motion, people can have shoulder injuries as a result. So we're talking about the shoulder press. I'm specifically going to be talking about hands and the bar in front, okay? The reason why I want the hands in front is because in this exercise, in the shoulder press, I want to put most of the emphasis onto the anterior part. So as I do this, you just want your hands just roughly about outside shoulder width apart. You don't want to have them too close. You don't want to have them too wide. You just want them about, for my grip, is roughly about a thumb's width or some thumb's length away from where the smooth and it turns into more of the groove surface here. So right about there, that allows this shake of the arm to remain vertical the entire time, which is what you want. You don't want too much of an angle here and then an angle here in your wrist, okay? That'll actually displace the load, which is not what you want to do. So you want the hands to be right around to where this part of your arm, your upper arm here, is in a 90-degree angle perpendicular with the floor here. Same thing on this side. Now that your hands are in the position, body position is another thing. Body position, what you want to do is you want to lean back a little bit. As you press up and unrack the bar here, you want the bar to come down towards the top of your clavicle. Not all the way down, but right here. Right here is where my shoulders are actually in their maximum stretch, okay? Which means eccentrically, this is about as far down as I need to go. Right below the chin a little bit, and as I press back up, pressing right back up. Now, the difference is if you look at me from the side, you'll notice that my arms don't flare back, okay? Because a lot of times when people do stuff, especially on a fixed surface like a machine, their arms can flare back. That's not what you want. You want to keep those shoulders forward, rotate those shoulders forward. And my arm, if you notice, isn't to the side of my body, it's more in front. Because of this position here, I'm closing down that AC joint and it puts a lot of load onto the anterior deltoid. So as I unwrap once again, Notice the position of my elbows, okay? I'm back away from the bar, which it's very difficult for me to do it with free weight because the free weight I have to almost be directly underneath the bar or else I'll lose control of the weight. But with the Smith machine, you can lean slightly back, get those hands in front, come down, keep it nice and straight. Don't let those arms flare out like this, keep those elbows forward. Putting that load onto the anterior deltoid head. If you want to start hitting more of the lateral deltoid head, then of course you move forward a little bit, let those arms flare out a little bit more. In cases like on the Smith machine shoulder press is one of the only times that I truly will go behind the neck, more so than a free barbell. Now I myself will do it with a free barbell, but I understand the right technique in order to do it to where you're not causing injury. But because you're on a guided surface here, you're a little bit more safe. You can actually stay more safe. The idea is not to let the bar go all the way down and touch the back of your neck. You just want to come to where those arms are just a little bit below parallel of your shoulders. Okay, you don't want to go too far because that'll actually put too much stress onto those ligaments, which is what you don't want. If you guys have any questions about this exercise or anything else, please ask me on the Workout Trainer Facebook page, or you can ask me right here on workouttrainer.com by clicking above on the community tab, finding trainers, click on that, find myself, Mike McErlane, ask me a question, I will get back to you. Until next time guys, take care.